ISO, the abbreviation for isolation, a common basketball play where they isolate a player to play 1v1. Generally, this occurs when the offensive player has a side speed, strength, or skill advantage. This has become one of the most popular and the most admirable way to play the virtual pixelated basketball games made by Take-Two interactive sub-company 2K Games. Myself included have been trying to learn the ways of the ISO, but others have perfected the art form, and the top dribbler every year has reaped the benefits ever since the early 2Ks. Now, I think one of the best examples of this was the first 2K that I ever played. Hank the Tank blew up this year, and I think he hit over 200,000 subscribers, starting off the year with only 30,000. Now, he was one of the people that inspired me to want to become a dribble god, but I couldn't learn, so I took the easy route out and made a glass cleaner to abuse the brick wall.
And now you just push to get your 90 win percentage.
Well, this is a different count. We're just trying to prove how easy it is to exploit the game.
So you think people enjoy playing against this just for your video?
Well, okay, so occasionally it is easy to take the easier way out, but every year people have done this. Even Hank the Tank did it in 2K17. Now, unlike exploiting the game, ISO can be very draining, and although it is fun, it is difficult knowing that sometimes you will have to try way harder against people that aren't as good as you simply because they're trying to exploit the game. And maybe this is a blessing because people do respect it. You'll see that the top dribblers, everyone cannot keep their names out of their mouth.
His name? Hank the Tank. Apparently he's a horsey.
Don't let me, Hank!
Hank the Tank.
For Hank.
Hank! Hank!
My nigga Hanky the Tanky.
Don't let me, Hank!
Because of Hank the Tank getting
Hank!
So here enters a strange time for isolation and dribbling. This is the year that Steezo blew up and is currently on top of the dribble community. Now, Steezo actually averages more views per video over this period of 2K18 and 2K19 than Hank the Tank average per video, but he uploaded a significant amount less than Hank the Tank. Now, what was so crazy about Steezo is he did not use conventional dribble moves. He started this whole wave of doing 50 spins, and as you can see, he started the movement of anime in the 2K community. It worked so well at this time because people that were obsessed with dribbling from previous 2Ks knew that this was no longer the meta. This was no longer an effective way to score because you could literally just run straight past people. Now, dribblers may have been able to relate to the situations that characters like Naruto were in when they were the underdogs, but they become the most respected people, and I feel that's just what Steezo was doing. He was the underdog initially, and then he found out this new crazy dribble moves where he could be better than just using blow-bys, and that's exactly what Naruto does. Naruto was the class clown, the underdog, and then he finds all these new moves like the Rasen Shuriken. He figures out how to go into Toad Sage mode, learns how to control the Nine Tails, etc. And he becomes the most respected person in his village.
The sun started falling when you woke up. My feet weren't covered when you started. The sun started falling when you woke up.
So here comes 2K19, the present day where Steezo is still on top, still coming up with new glitchy dribble moves, that no one has ever thought of before. Now come 2K19, blow-bys have been removed, creating a new incentive for people to learn how to dribble. This has created a lot of channels to blow up this year further than they have before, such as G-Man. Hank the Tank has returned from his break that he took over 2K18, as well as Le Monster and Cole the Man becoming serious contenders for the top dribble gods on YouTube. Now this is also the year when anime comes in a lot. A lot of people that I know have been watching Naruto that would never even look at it before just because of Steezo and Swante. You can see even the people that don't watch the shows will still make constant references to them simply because of Steezo, such as the eye, or simply using a picture of Pain to represent almost a mascot for the Dribble God community. Now the attention for Steezo was no different compared to Hank the Tank, getting featured in a lot of popular videos.
I told Steezo to step it up a notch. I want to see Mike Crazemba on the floor while you're shooting your greens every single possession. Safe to say, he didn't disappoint.
I get a full name. You know,
watch your ankles, Mike. Mike, you might want to take care of them ankles, man.
Steezo, everybody is looking for you, bro. You got the boy Steezo the God joining TSL for today, and look at the records.
Title: Dribble God versus Dribble God. I thought Steezo wasn't a dribble god. I thought he was an ISO god.
I am not a dribble god, I am a ISO god.
Steezo exposed.
Steezo exposed.
Steezo exposed.
Now all was going well at the start of 2K19, especially for isolation, as that was the best way to score. I mean, you could run pick and rolls, but someone like Steezo was going to destroy you. Eventually, the best stretches like grinding, power DF were starting to find the best jump shots, and then we got this whole shot contest problem where stretch bigs were so dominant because they could shoot over the holes. And you gotta remember, they were meant to be patched because originally everyone made 7'3" stretch bigs. But this year, 7'3" stretch bigs are garbage. They can't do anything. They can't even shoot that well. So everyone made power forward stretch bigs, which actually allowed them to move better and maneuver over screens, making 2 center lineups even more overpowered. I found some cheese. Hear me, I'm getting excited, you know, I found some cheese. This is an amateur 3, the other dude's 49-7. He's probably about to become an elite playground player as well. Just shoves in the post scorer. Didn't even see what the amateur 3 was. Guess what, it don't matter. We just did the cage and we found some cheese. Thank God he sets the illegal screen. And now, we just had to try it. You see that? Did you see that? I legit just pushed him out of the way. Say goodbye. What is that? What is that? Did you see that? This is some cheese. When other people doing it, just comment. I know how to do it. I might believe you. I might not. But it's something else. Like, why would you have this into your game? You can see I just pushed my guy as well. Like, it's so OP. Either way. As you can see, everything was going so smoothly for the ISO community, and then we discovered pushing. Now originally we just did this thinking, oh, it's fun now, it'll be gone in like 2 weeks. I mean, there's no way that they can keep this in the game. This quite clearly isn't basketball, but it's still in the game to this day while I'm making this video. So with a game breaking exploit in the game, such as the combination of stretch bigs having no shot contest and shoving in the game, we wonder, why do people still choose to ISO? Is it because it's fun? I'm gonna be talking to one of the best dribblers on Australian servers to find his opinion on the matter.
Dear
pushing nigga front, you can get slumped. Deuce 5 with them up, homicide is a must. Who can I trust? I don't know who I could trust. I don't know who finna bust. Don't give a fuck. Tell my haters wet them up. Tell my haters wet them up. Yeah, yeah. Now we ain't playing them games. When it come to niggas saying them things, my niggas that was towing them things. I'm so used to posting up with the gang. Night stain just to maintain. Got 2 things in my bowl main. Just a big gun in my dang lane. Other side niggas say me. It's me and tuck load. Everything changed. Me a bitch calling my phone ring. 83rd we gang bang. Fire out we gang bang. All my niggas.
Okay, so this is L-Tape. And would you consider yourself the best dribbler on AU servers?
Yes, easily.
Okay, you can see he's got an 89 win percentage, so he's not lying. Now, what percentage of that do you reckon is ISOing?
Probably like 70% of them.
70% of them are ISOing. Alright, so when did you start dribbling? Which 2K?
2K16. But I didn't become real good.
2K6. Which was the first 2K you played?
Real good. The first 2K I played, 2K15.
Alright. So, yeah, why did you start dribbling?
I heard it was like the most skillful thing in the game. And I don't know, it was just like the most fun thing. When you learn moves, it's like so fun.
I feel like this answer is a common theme between all the dribblers. They always seem to complain that no other way to play their game is skillful, and you almost have to agree with them looking at how hard they have to try to do all these combos compared to other people who just shoot over those. Alright, so what's your opinion on people that make stretch bigs?
I think they have no skill. And yeah.
Alright, what's your opinion on people that push?
They also have no skill. They have less skill than just stretch bigs.
Alright, now, what tips do you have people... Wait, what tips do you have for people that want to start dribbling?
If you want to make a playmaker build, hit up cam_run_ on Twitter.
Now, although this wasn't his real answer, he's still not lying. If you want discounted VC, message me on Twitter and I can sell you an account with 200,000 VC for $30. This was his real response.
Just practice in the mic quite a lot and watch like a lot of YouTube tutorials.
Okay, now we've learned why these dribblers do what they do with one of the best people on Australian servers telling us why he became a dribble god and how he became a dribble god. It seems like the reason they try to learn how to dribble is purely to show how more skillful they are than someone else, and that it may be a little more fun. Now, as you can see, L-Tape was a 98 overall, so he obviously spends a lot of time on the game. Now, a lot of people that complain that this game is very boring and not many people would be able to get to 98 overall, especially spending that much time just playing on one player. So, he may have a point. ISOing may be a lot more fun, considering he's been able to play the game a lot more without getting bored compared to other people. Me, myself, I started off with a lockdown. Since then, I've made a lot of builds, and I'm finally starting to enjoy playing on my playmaker more because I can dribble. And I find that when you're playing on your lockdown or your slasher, as your badges get better, you get better. You get slightly, when you're playing with people, your teammate chemistry will go up or whatever. You'll know when to set screens and you might win a few more games. But when you're playing on a playmaker, you can spend significant time in the my court and feel like you're actually getting better. Compared to if I was a slasher, I just have to go to the park, try get my Hall of Fame posterizer, and then I can run into people and dunk on them. Or for a stretch big, just get my badges to shoot a higher percentage. There's really not too much to learn in the shot timing, unlike dribbling.
This is not basketball. And then I can tap the D-pad down. I get a super burst.
The next archetype gonna make you want to take off your game and just say to hell with 2K. He said, "Come back, please, Baluba."
He just said ISO doesn't work. This community has got to go. Oh, come here. You thought you were done. Shoot over those then.
I swear, everyone who liked that shit You're a fucking nerd. And the dude shot 6 for 11 with us jumping at him. We jumped at him. I'm not gonna lie, quite frankly, I don't believe the pass dropped. And if it did drop, then it's a disgrace.
It all started with one tweet. It's been escalating for months now, and pretty much all the drama that Agent Beamstar has been covering on 2K Dribbler has been a result of the ISO versus Stretch Big dilemma. 2K community can't come together in harmony, badge. Grinding really blocked me just because I want a more balanced game? Who blocks you, bruh? I don't follow because I don't want my timeline to be filled with negativity. I hope this patch kills Stretcher so people can stop bitching and I can focus on y'all and my YouTube. Unfollowing all the fakes tomorrow, YouTubers are not safe. Spamming dribble moves and getting an ankle breaker that a defender can't even control isn't skill, it's just abuse. By the way, ISO doesn't even work. Nobody good ISOs. You use 2 bigs on 2K and exploit it. Your opinion isn't valid. ISO would still drop you off though. The Council of Locks approves this message. This gotta be the dumbest thing I've seen on Twitter. He's right. What are defenders supposed to do to prevent multiple ankle breakers in one possession? Don't say play defense either. Okay, wait, hold on. I ran out of some epic music, but there's still some more tweets, and we gotta get to the drama. Take ankle breaker animations out of 2K and I'd still beat my defender every time. That's what I did in 16. Power is a fucking idiot! People with the best records in the game ISO. And I don't have to zigzag and shoot over someone's head for it. I'm convinced Power is autistic. What do you call this kind of dumb shit AIDS? I'ma really get my Twitter banned responding to idiots on here. Power, feel free to pull up on me anytime if you think ISO ain't shit. Just say when, I'll add you myself.
So as you can see from Agent's video, the ISO community definitely hates stretch bigs. With some of the top ISO players and the most well-known ISO players having a go at the top stretch bigs. Now this is caused by the stretch bigs not wanting to be patched because they are quite clearly overpowered in the last 2Ks really. Considering that in 2K18 there was an animation glitch where they could get all the pro dribble moves, but this year an animation glitch is almost built into the game with crossovers such as normal 3 and normal 4, as well as behind the back normal 3 and spin move normal 6 I think. Combine stretch bigs with being able to do all these really good dribble animations as well as pushing, shot contest and being 7 gives them a clear advantage over any other build. Even though to do these dribble moves are very, very simple, and combined with their height and shot contest being broken, makes them even more effective than playmaker dribble moves. So in conclusion, I believe all stretch bigs are garbage. They should probably delete their game. I never want to see them on 2K again. If you do, I will shove you and send you a message that you are garbage and not good at the game. I'm joking obviously, and I know people that play with the stretch, but it does make you wonder, what would the game be like if there was only a few archetypes such as lockdowns, sharpshooting defenders, point forwards. So there you could be your like wing players, and then you have ISO builds such as playmaking slashers, playmaking shot creators, playmaking sharpshooters, pure playmakers. Just only have players like that on the park. Think about how crazy the game would be. I'm not gonna lie, it could be a possibility if 2K wanted to really spice up their game and just limits people playing certain positions to make the game more fun. But at the end of the day, that's not the only problem. It's also that 2K constantly has game-breaking exploits, such as 2K17 is the Hall of Fame brick wall, put people on the floor pretty much every play. 2K18, you had blow-bys. 2K19, we've got pushing. And they would have to remove them for ISOing to actually be a meta. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. This video did take me a while to make. So leave a comment below if you like these longer, better quality videos, or if you just want me to spam upload not so good videos.